the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Screen play, McKinnon. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one for Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Lawrence will throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down. Here's Lawrence on the move to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
But I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20, 10. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place to the end zone.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed throw route.
This Paul Scheer, actor, writer, comedian, and according to the intro, a Stone Cold Killer. Oh yeah, in my mouth. Amy, I'm still talking about Stone as a
throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They find some open field here. Travis Kelce. And all the way in for Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 59 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 8 yards out, and the Jaguars get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. The run got 4, now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with McKinnon. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Meanwhile, and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now a passage taken in by Smith-Schuster. Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 73 yards. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we got a chance to put points on the board.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 3rd down, Lawrence. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. But to throw again is Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dan Arnold, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jags are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Mahomes now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now here's Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Mahomes, and this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there. Again, it's Lawrence. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Here's Lawrence. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future? Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juju Smith-Schuster on a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now Lawrence. Looking for and finding Arnold once again. And he will have a Jaguars first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and they certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get that underneath ETN, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Lawrence with a completion to Kirk, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence, he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Lawrence. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and goal. Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trent McDuffie with a pick. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the score.
Nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
From the 6. The Jaguars back with it on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they got to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And the Chiefs are going to get it.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach, plenty to say about this game.
He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down.